think so.
Excellent. So, last we left off, you had entered the dungeon Othamir had left to protect his sanctum, this fort that you arrived at. You very cleverly collected all 5 cubes by various means. Thune going 34 miles an hour was great. And in collecting them, you put all of the cubes in the door, walked in the underground tunnel, and came up out the other side. At the about most of the way up these stairs, back up to the surface, Othamir saw you coming and said, "Visitors are not welcome at a time like this, but Azrael, you are a friend." He scans the room, or scans the lot of you. State your business.
What is he doing when we walk in?
He's he's still at like the top of the stairs as you guys are coming up back towards the surface, and you're not quite up there yet. As he's kind of just keeping you there. But he's just standing and staring, and like I described before, he's a rather old-looking elf. He does have like age lines and stuff that you would not even normally see on rather old elves. He's even beyond that, but he wears just simple robes and has a walking stick.
I'm going to perceive the room if I can.
Sure. So you're still in a stairwell, and it's just stairs.
Oh, we're not. So like we're enclosed in the hall.
Yes, you're coming up, and it's still enclosed. Again, he says, "State your business."
I will look to Azrael, expecting him to say something.
I will elbow Azrael.
Enclosed in the hall.
Yeah.
I'll push Azrael forward. Okay.
I'm going to catch Azrael so he doesn't fall.
Before or after Darian elbows him?
After.
Yeah, roll initiative for this, please.
Master, it's been a few years.
You indeed, hasn't it? But, how old are you now? You're a man.
I suppose it's been 1 or 200 years.
At least, sir.
Did he say master?
But you were maybe 30 the last time I saw you was a boy.
I think so.
Yeah.
It has been a long time, Ezra, this is true, but I must be protective of this place. What brings you here?
We were out of character. It was he knew the location of, or supposedly knew the location of the spot that we needed to do or that the binding was, where they were going to unleash the big bad.
He knows where the spot is that is the door to the sun.
That sounds fine.
Right, which is what we're chasing because Kalum was kidnapped.
Yes.
Etc. Okay. We are in the middle of trying to fight Soul, and a number of allies have rallied. One of them I'll turn and look at Thune. We weren't supposed to say who, right?
In
Never
re-
mind, Thum.
In reference to Callum.
No,
Right?
Caleb?
no, we were.
Sorry.
Yeah. So one of our allies is one of the four gods, and it's not the water, not the earth, not the fire one. It's the other one. uh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soul kidnapped them, and they are now trapped. And
For the god's sake, Azrael, speak plainly.
I
know the
can't-
name Kalu.
I can't say it though. That's the deal.
You mean to tell me that you intend to fight a god to save another?
Eventually?
With help of two others. Yeah.
So you've come to me then, I assume, looking for a way to Soul.
Yes.
Then you've come to the wrong place.
Roll initiative. No, I'm kidding.
Can I try and make an insight check against what he just said?
Hmm.
Yeah, please.
There it is. That guy plays D&D.
It's gonna be 16, dude.
Can we all, or just
A 16. This is 9.
Yeah, I know it was on the 16 and then it rolled to a 6.
Oh, okay.
Nat
can we all
20.
roll? Can we all roll that, or just generic?
I'm just well, let's keep it the one.
Okay.
You know what?
With
Sorry, continue.
with that, you're unsure. Unfortunately, about it. What you do know is that what he said is not the whole truth. But he looks amongst your group. This place has been guarded by me or another for the last 1,000 years. And it won't become unguarded today. Not even for a friend.
I don't necessarily, if I may interject, wizard lord sir,
It's
Othamir, we don't intend to have you leave this place. We were just looking more so for some information to maybe point us towards the right direction.
All of you come up here. We will talk in my abode. Assuming you would all like to follow him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cautiously.
As you crest the top of the staircase, what you see on the inside of this fort is quite the wide open space. Like, imagine like the inside of the Quidditch arena.
Oh,
Like
shit.
just a big space on the inside.
Good.
And then you see those same fortification walls around the outside that you saw before, and now it's wide open up top. But you do see essentially across the field, like a makeshift home has been created out of clay. There are many things around here, but if anyone wants to give me perception to see what you see here, I can give you a little extra detail.
I
I
would like
shall
to look for
proceed.
anything stone related.
28.
Darian with a hot 4.
Dude, Darian's fucking blind.
I rolled a 14.
I literally took proficiency in perception so I could stop getting negative perception rolls, and then now I roll in that one.
I rolled a 28.
Yeah, okay. With
Natural
the 28, and Genera also did quite well.
Genera rolled persuasion.
What? Oh, what?
Oh, I did. It's just a higher number. My fault. Why, that's an even higher number.
Oh my god.
Tied with Black. That's wild.
Okay.
What you notice is there are it would seem something here long ago burned grass away in spots to the point where it could never grow back there. You see scattered weapons of all sorts sticking out of the ground, like sharp side downward. And with that 28 perception, you realize these aren't randomly placed. These are graves. And they seem to be placed in the spot where the person died. You see as well runes on the inside, large runes on the inside walls of the fort that you would recognize with the perception as being what it was causing the lightning, the static above you when you flew in. You see banners of the high elves and the wood elves that have not really been in active use for quite some time. Draped across statues and memorials all around, just depending on what side they may have come from. But with that, he continues to walk across the field. And you notice that he does not ever look back at you as you're doing it, and yet he calls out to Black without turning around. You in the black, come forth. And he gestures you to catch up with him.
When I get to him, I'm going to hand him his pipe.
He takes it from you. Much appreciated. You remind me of my daughter. And I don't think that's a coincidence.
You would be right. Yeah.
I take it you're all my kin.
Yep.
And these old eyes can still see quite where they would seem. I suppose we will all have much to discuss.
I suppose we do.
As he gets to the house, he opens this wooden door that seems to be hanging just barely by some hinges. And this is like a shack. On the inside, there is not much here. Like, there is like a cooking pot in the corner. He has like a couple of chairs here. And he has a bed in the corner. This is like the medieval version of if you had just moved to New York and got a flat.
Oof.
Like it is there. It's nothing. But you see him turn around as you all come in the door behind him for the first time in a bit. And he counts the number of you. And then he waves his hand and points his finger across the room, and you see now 6 chairs lined up against the wall.
I'll go sit in.
Does anyone want to remain standing or say anything in regards to this?
I'm standing.
I think I would be standing still. I might go stand over there if that's appropriate.
Arm crossed in a corner.
I'll go sit next to Janera.
I'm gonna sit, and I want to look extra fucking proper. Like no slack in my posture, nothing.
Mm.
Like I'm back in school.
The opposite of that, I'd take the chair next to Thum and spin it around backwards and sit in it like this.
I'm gonna sit next to Azrael and just that's it. Yes.
He looks at the group of you. What makes you all believe I know the source of the location, I should say, rather, of this portal? Where have you learned this? Because that or they must be taken care of.
Well, we never said that it was a portal.
Gotcha! Write that down, guys.
I like tap Janera's knee, like
Good catch.
simmer down there.
But I don't believe you could simply walk through a door and end up in the sun, could you?
Fair. I'll look at Azrael again.
Thum's not gonna disclose.
Did we learn that from Brooke?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you did.
I thought so. I'm going to look over at Callum. What am I reading on Callum's face in regards to this? Green light, red light, kind of thing.
light.
Ooh. I don't know if I would want you to know. I
Well,
would
know, but I don't know if like I'm trying to take into consideration whether I should say it.
I definitely think this guy's a bitch. So do with that what you would. I'm looking like at this guy.
How crucial is it to know?
Well, the notion of such a portal's existence is not something I'd like to be spread. Now, I'm not sure, with you all having the knowledge, how many others know.
Look, brother, we hardly know, okay?
And how am I to trust that I should, if I should, let you leave this place, that others won't find out?
Look, Othamir, the only people that I know about that are in this room, or are the siblings of Soul.
Roll me persuasion.
If I give him a yeah in the background, can I help
Did I
action?
just say something that wasn't true, by the way?
No,
I thought that
not
was
that I'm
true.
aware of.
Okay.
Yeah.
11.
The deception would be something else. I'd like to believe that I can trust you all, especially Kin and my student.
In?
But I'm not sure I can just go on your word. Tell me, why is it so imperative to you to save this god?
If you are looking in my direction, it is a very. Are you fucking serious?
Boom will solemnly stand up and kind of lean on his axe. I may or may not have baited this god into the position that they're in. And it is my responsibility, if not anyone else's, to do what I can to help get them out.
Film, would you please roll me persuasion?
I got a 21.
Let's go.
So this is a sense of duty then. A sense of responsibility. Gods rise and gods fall all the time. I mean, I've heard through the birds that quite a powerful Lord of Hell died quite recently. And this one is special. Yeah, the 4 elemental gods are, I suppose, beyond our lords. As mortals. Tell me though, there must be more to this than a sense of responsibility. One would not risk themselves for a god that they seemingly have very little relationship to, without a greater danger.
I'm gonna look at Azrael. I'm gonna turn over and look at everybody else. I'm gonna go. Are we just gonna beat around the bush here, or should we just tell him?
I'm gonna lean forward, like elbows on my knees, and kind of dip my head and just sigh.
He mage hands your shoulder immediately. Posture.
I
I'll
stand
snap
up.
back up. I'll snap back up.
My chair's on the ground.
The very fiber of Thonia is coming apart. Soul is not good.
A dick.
A dick, as my friend so politely put it. The other 3 are willing to potentially assist in keeping Soul from destroying Thonia.
Well,
And we have a matter of days.
how many days?
I don't know. Last time I talked to
10 or
our DM,
11?
I think he said 23.
11.
11 and a half.
Weeks.
Actually, we'd be into 10 at this point.
Oh fuck!
I hate
How?
this DM.
I haven't slept for like 3 of those.
Yeah.
You're right, Darian. Exhaustion level 3.
And dead.
Well, it's an awfully large coincidence. I take it you must know of the eclipse, then, to come.
Yeah.
That was my idea.
quite the day for me as well. One might say I am rather acquainted with Soul.
I would
Dagger.
like to put my hand on my weapon.
Ease
Can I
yourselves. Not the way you believe.
can I history check that?
What he just said about being acquainted with Soul?
Yes.
I would also
Sure.
like to divine sense when he says that.
With the history check, even all the history you know of him, he didn't talk about Soul at all when you were with him.
Okay.
With divine sense, that is. Remind me again. It's not detect good and evil. It's the if there are.
Celestial, fiend, or undead.
Gotcha.
Leaning into celestial.
There
Although,
is.
Now that I'm saying that, I don't think it's the same thing.
There is not any celestial presence here.
Alright.
He looks at you all with your daggers, or with your hands on your weapons, and says,
12 dagger.
I don't have that. I'm just sitting there.
"Ease yourself. Believe me, that's not a fight you'd like to take. Not in my own home. But I'm not friends with Soul. As a matter of fact, it's my duty to make sure he never comes here."
Then I'll take my hand off my weapon.
Explain. Because at this point, we are grasping at straws on what we can and can't do.
Yeah, I don't want to jump the gun or anything, but like fucking same. So let's get a collaboration environment in the workplace going here. 11 days. 10 days.
Which among you does your group value most?
I'm gonna look at the mostly innocent dwarven girl that hasn't
Damn
been
it.
completely tainted by the group yet.
I was considering raising my hand, but I was like, surely someone will say someone else.
We
Yes,
could
that's what
probably-
value most. So did I hear that correctly?
Yes, which one of you do you all care for the most?
The fuck kind of a question is that?
A rather important one for the follow-up question.
Then
Come,
we'll
gonna-
say.
I'm gonna snap
Then
and
we'll.
bring Olrog forward.
Definitely that guy.
That thing.
Comes just out of frame into the home. Hey, boss.
Can we get a
Yeah.
clap track for like an audience for like a sitcom when he walks in?
Oh, wait. That exists.
Oh, it does.
Wait.
Then we'll say Genera.
Well, Olrog is here now. I will say he's in the room. Othamir is immediately suspicious of this thing, but you see a little flicker in Othamir's eyes, and then he's okay. He looks to you all. I can tell you everything I know. In exchange, and in order to guarantee your secrecy, your privacy, I will brand this thing. And I will place a hex on him so that if any of you reveal this location, he dies.
Olrog?
The imp? Yeah.
You got a fucking deal.
I don't know. I want that deal.
I'm gonna.
Now you don't want to make deals?
Boombox bot has kind of grown on me.
Would you rather take the brand?
My brand.
fucking dare.
You've been known to recklessly accept marks before. Or you can let the imp take it.
Let me take it. Take it the brand.
You got a deal.
This is my fault that we're here in the first place.
I mean, I wouldn't, for the
What's your
record,
name,
pin it on you.
Goliath?
Thum. Light Forger.
Right, Forger. Do you have a family name?
Thuna Kalathi.
What is of your family now?
Just my mother. And the relations that she's formed are part of my family too.
I'm glad to know you have somebody left. Tragic. What happened in Kragan? Even so, you're a very brave man, Thum. I appreciate that. Come forth. And he raises his hand towards you.
Wait. What are the rules of this hex? Is it if anyone in our party says something, or if simply he does?
If any one of you, within earshot of this hex, says where this is, he dies. I'm trusting beyond this in your good natures.
I trust this party with my life.
Oops.
You got a deal.
He
I'm ready.
reaches out with his hand, sort of claw hand out, puts his fingers around the center of your sternum, and you feel the hottest burning of molten metal against your chest for 5 full seconds. And as he pulls his hand away, you see the mark of a sun cut in twain. Very well then. Business taken care of. Let us be friends then. It's simpler that way. Truly. So, the history of knowing souls, what you asked, yes. My grandson, I have not asked your name.
It's Balek.
Black. It's not partly a elven name. Is that your given name you've chosen?
Given, I'm sure.
Hmm.
But not by my mother. She abandoned me for protection of herself.
Oh boy.
Oh yes, your mother, she, as soon as she was old enough to leave the nest, wanted nothing to do with family.
Does anybody have any good berries?
You-
Actually, we all
You
do.
had one.
I haven't eaten mine yet.
I haven't eaten mine either.
Thank you for the reminder, team. I got it. Don't worry.
Take care of yourself, idiot. Anyway, Balak, please continue.
Then we'll take the good berry and sit back down after
Yeah.
wincing in pain.
Many of you, 3 I can elvish-ish folks here, may in some capacity know of the history between the north and south of Mylanor, yes?
Yeah.
Roughly 1,000 years ago, so long as this fort stood. There was a grand civil war for those of you with less knowledge. They fought back and forth for decades. One day, someone on the wood elvish side, though I don't really think I would pick sides, found a source of great power that could change the outcome of the war. And so this fort was built, only for it to become the center of all of the attacks from then forth. You see, the wizards at the time were not quite as advanced in magic as we are, and not quite able to determine what this was, but we now know. The portal beneath the ground here is a gateway to Soul's very domain. Ever since the war was won, and it was won, there has been a protector here, making sure that nobody ever opens that portal again. It took quite a ritual, and it always does. Every 207 years, to be exact, there is an eclipse, and during such time, a new protector takes on the role. Such a dispelling of magic, one of a god, requires a constant, present soul, such as mine. But at 1,017 years old, I'm ready to move on, not just from this job, but from this plane. When that eclipse comes, you will no longer have an ally or friend here, as much as we may trepidatiously be. So it's time that we used this allyship if we are to. When I said you came to the wrong place, it was a bit misleading. The wrong place for those I don't trust, but the right place, get to the sun. Any questions?
Does the ritual kill you? Or
No,
is your death unrelated?
the ritual would not kill me, but holding on to such a magic for so long is draining to one's essence. Not to mention I'm a very old elf to begin with. I think I'm just done.
Relatable content.
Yes, Mr. Funugalapi.
This question might be on the forefront of all of our minds, and I'm just gonna say it because, you know, I'm not afraid to embarrass myself, truly. Is it hot? Is it gonna be hot? Are we gonna be able to, survive inside of the sun? That might, that sounds like a silly question.
I will answer that question. I actually need to be right back. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're
What
all
temperature is the sun?
You're all welcome.
2 trillion degrees.
I was thinking about the fact of whether or not we should pick up some fire resistance potions. Not gonna lie.
I thought the gods were supposed to like give us a big group hug for a few minutes while we did our thing.
That's what I remember talking
That's all
about.
Callum needed to know.
He might know another way.
That's true.
How's everybody doing?
Hanging
Pretty good. He's back. Talk shit.
My apologies. My face was kind of numb, and I think I haven't drank any water today, so I just got some water.
Good.
Sorry about that. Okay. Yes, the sun is a rather hot place. One such as us would not survive even for a moment. But I believe you have some god friends that might be able to help you with that. Anyhow, if you intend to travel to the sun, I cannot, in good conscience, send you as you are now. You all look adept in your own ways, but you will not last against a god now. In my old age, I'm something of a pacifist, but something I always have been is a teacher. If you'll stay with me until I can feel you're ready, I will open that portal and send you in.
So, we're kind of on a tight timeline here.
How long's class?
I would, a few days,
So,
at the very least, with a rather rigorous regimen. And now I understand you have but 10 days until the eclipse, but those extra days will do you no good should you perish instantly to soul.
I don't know what else we'd be doing, team. Besides, I guess, the rallying forces.
Yeah.
what does this entail? What are you gonna put us through?
Oh God.
Boot camp.
For
I'm gonna
lack
look
of a
down
better
knowing.
word. But yes, the most rigorous, physically, mentally, soully, and magically brutal training on the face of Theria.
Azrael's gonna shrink in posture with every adjective.
Will we level up?
I don't know what that means.
Fucking
So it's this
idiot.
thing.
Will you? I mean, you will be better, yes, if that's what.
God damn it. I'm gonna look at him.
Will we? Are we leveling up our game, so to speak?
Yes.
Like a Gatorade commercial, or
I'm gonna look at him with a cautious
What is
optimism.
Gatorade?
it's like a elixir but for bitches.
Ah. Never heard of it. All right, well.
Hmm.
I mean, he must not be a bitch then. He's the real
Yeah.
deal.
This guy ain't a bitch, guys. We should leave.
What will it be? Training or die? Not by my hand, I should say, but certain death.
I'll stand up from my chair. And I'll go. I choose training.
You, young girl, what is your name?
Genera.
And you hail from the hills of Dumbledore, correct?
Indeed. How did you know?
Something about the way you carry yourself. It's different up in Himgrom.
Hmm.
And yet, and you see another little twinkle in his eye, I believe there is more to you than you. You have another, yes.
Very insightful. Yes, I do. My sister, Armera.
And where might she be?
I believe she lies in the city of Seoul.
Out of character, I think she's right outside the front door of the
She's
dungeon.
right outside the front door of this area.
Ah. I see. He snaps his fingers and Armera is teleported in front of you.
Hey!
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Spark notes. We know some stuff. And
Well, no. Jenny, I got that. I listened the whole
Okay,
thing, but like,
okay.
why am I fucking Jesus, old man? All right, I'm fucking. She picks up the chair that Callum threw on the ground, turns it around, and sits on it in the same way that Callum did.
we're gonna stay here and train, Armera.
Fucking all right. Othmir looks to all of you. Human boy, what's your name again? Tell me.
Darian.
Darian, you're looking a little worse for wear, I might say.
Since the last time I slept, I have fought a dragon, dragged its head down a mountain, killed your aboleth in your dungeon, and gone like
Okay.
million fucking stairs. So
I will have to replace Becky, but it's fine.
Oh,
please
Becky.
either that or give me a backdoor key, because like I don't want to do that again.
I would. You're free to come and go as you please. I'll just open the door for you and you come. I do need a new aboleth now. Anyhow, I mean no offense to say, you all look like you could use a little rest. There are barracks on the west wall if you'd all like to get some sleep. Come morning, we'll get started.
Dibs on top bunk.
What should we call you during this training?
Daddy.
Call me Othmir. I do need a title. I'm beyond titles at 1,017 years old.
Yes, master.
As for it, I'm not above violence. I am not above it. Now then.
Zoom will lead the way out.
As for it, if you could stay behind for a moment of your time.
Yes, master.
Azrael, I am going to firebolt you in the face.
This guy's gotta be like level 30. He's been alive for
I don't
1,000
know.
years.
He also did say, I'm a
In
bit
a
of a pacifist.
parenting fashion, I'll shuffle Armera and Janera out the door ahead of me.
I want to be the last one out.
And I'll follow
before-
them.
As I turn to look at Oathmere, give him a inquisitive face, and then walk off.
He catches your face, and as you're walking off, shouts behind you, I will have time for you as well, kid.
I don't turn around, but I keep going. Just kind of nod.
With Azrael in the room, he leans back in his chair and lets his posture.
What was that bit? You cut out a little.
Yeah, can you turn
He leans back in his chair and lets his posture go.
Can you turn up your gait if you're gonna lean back?
I'm not gonna stay back.
Okay.
I just did it for the pantomime.
That's good.
I will mage hand a chair over directly across from him and mimic.
It is good to see you, boy.
They don't know what they're in for.
Oh, they don't. No, they do not. It should be fun. I haven't had someone to train in, 210-ish years.
Just don't push him too fast.
Yeah. Sounds like time is of the essence. I wanted to speak to you about your family.
Oh. Yeah. What about?
Look, Azra, you may not know this, and it would have been inappropriate to tell you at the time. The age of you anyhow, but before your mother met your father, your mother and I were the best of friends, and occasionally more than that. It, when Ilaria met Zoriel, of course I met him straightly after, and, when you boys were born, it was quite something for me, to say the least. Despite what my feelings may have been, she was still my best friend, and I feel somewhat responsible for having disappeared on you, how things may have turned. How is your brother?
Dead.
I see. By whose hand?
Mine.
You see him get a very concerned look on his face, and he stops and thinks for a moment, and then why?
Agni Kai.
By his degree or yours?
Is.
That, Junior always was a brash one, wasn't
Yeah. Something like that.
he? And your father?
Alive. Unsure of his health, but being honest, I'm not sure where he plays in all of this. Mostly kept my distance.
What do you mean by all of this? This is water, by the way.
Yes, YouTube.
Sure.
Not for kids.
Gonna find a water bottle. Sorry.
This is also water.
Hell. You sure it's not apple juice?
Sorry, continue.
Last thing was what?
What do you mean by all of this? This place and all of this?
One of Soul's acolytes, followers. I'm not quite sure.
Conduits, I think, is the term we used.
Kalina,
The Great Prophet.
not so great prophet,
That she founded Thonia with her.
and she's trying to end it.
Quite interesting.
She's been at the helm of all this game.
And so your father is working with Kalina?
I don't know. I know at one point Junior was, to say the least. I don't think he understood what he was wrapping himself up in. I don't think he understood what that cost me. Sorry, I can't tell if my mic's cutting in or out. Can you guys hear me fine?
Yeah, you're good.
He may have roped my father into it, and he cost me mother.
Azrael, look at me for a moment. Hear what I say. It is important. Your father, despite what happened, Your mother going missing, whatever that may have been. Sounds like I don't know the truth of it all, but your father is a good man. I truly, full-heartedly believe that.
It's not felt that way for about 200 years.
When your father and mother met, Ilarion was head over heels, but Zoriel was doing backflips. I mean, I've never seen a truer love than his for her. That's all I can offer you in regards to insight. I hope it means something.
It just makes me wonder where it all went.
It is a shame what happened to your mother, Trudy. I mean, what I wouldn't give for another day by her side.
Maybe.
Maybe. What do you mean, maybe?
We found her, or what was left of her, in metagaming. I can't remember the name of the Lich's lair. You
It didn't have a
specifically
name.
called it that. Oh,
They didn't have a specific title, anyhow.
gotcha. Okay. I'll describe the cave, the magic protecting the cave on the island, and the storm giant that protected it. I'll describe that. Leading up to found her embalmed in a viscous fluid almost. In fact, this. And I'll show Thamir the vial,
Man,
of course.
he takes delicately, a little twinkle in his eye. This is incredible. You could preserve anything you'd like to in this. It's beyond this world. Do you have any idea of its origin?
I suspect it was, well, no suspecting. It's tied to Kalina, and I think she may have been draining my mother's magic while keeping her alive. I'm not sure.
Whatever its use case may be, as sinister as that sounds. The vial itself, as he hands it back to you, is incredibly valuable. I don't think you'll be finding more of that. Well, I appreciate the talk, Azrael, and I'm sure I will have more questions for you. Go get some rest. You look like you need it as much as that humid boy.
Yeah, he
It's-
looks like shit.
It's nice to see you again, Master.
Azrael?
Othamir.
Go to bed.
It's nice to see you again.
You too, friend. With that,
You
as
level up.
everybody is like approaching back to the barracks, yes.
I have two quick questions. Well, a statement and a question. One,
Sure.
I did not used to having a face cam. I heard all of that, just so I was still participating. I
Okay.
can hear it in my kitchen, with my headphones. But I have a question. Because elf ears are confusing to me. When in Azrael's life did his mom disappear? Like, how old was he?
Well, it would have been more than 207 years ago. Right, Asriel, you're what, like 250 something?
I was like in my teens or my 20s.
Okay. Sorry, I just
That part's fluid.
okay.
Chunk off 20 years, it's somewhere in there.
Was it? Did Yongtar's mom die when he was like
At birth.
at birth? Okay,
Hmm.
that's. I think I was crossing those two backstories. Okay, thank you.
Cool. Yeah. As you all approach the barracks, is there any conversation being had after that sort of revelation between you all?
So, is anybody else related to this guy that we need to know about?
I don't think so.
That's my first time ever seeing him.
Black, I thought you had a dad.
I'm just gonna shake my head. I'm not even gonna acknowledge it.
But you do, don't you?
I think this guy is Balak's grandpa, Doom.
I'm pretty sure he's called him a son, but
No,
I'm
that's where
almost
we're
positive.
going.
I believe there was the prefix grand before he said son.
oh really? I didn't actually hear that.
Okay.
Oh,
That's even more confusing.
Tell me
none
about
of you
it.
have any idea what you're in for.
A good night's
with
rest?
that?
Everyone catches up.
As I get in, I'm going to try and break any tension as people are getting around to sleep. I'd like to...
Go ahead.
No, please, by all means. What's up, Thum?
After you had said that, I was just, in character going to say, I just ran 32 miles per hour. I think I'm ready for this.
What is miles per hour?
Yeah, we use kilometers.
Customary Thum.
Thum goes to bed. Thum goes to bed.
As I walk in and I ignore Thum's comment, I'd like to use disguise self and do a near perfect imitation, mimicking Othamir and kind of mocking him a little bit. Oh, you are gonna be like something. I don't know. I don't know jokes. Would
Like-
you say?
Make one. Make the
I'm
joke.
Asriel. Do you think I know any jokes? That's in
Make-
character, by the way.
Make
So,
the joke.
do you guys know when Zuko
the
first
joke.
joins Team Avatar and they're camping together and he tries to tell his uncle's joke? And he's like, well, I don't remember, but the punchline was... That's how I would like to react to that.
You know what? I like that. I'll tell a joke, forget the punchline, and then just explain the joke. The most Asriel thing ever. I like it.
Well, so you see, the chicken never really did cross the road. It was all in a futile attempt to get across the road.
Yeah. Because the egg came first.
Okay.
Jesus
So-
fucking Christ.
So, Azrael, what kind of stuff should we expect from this guy?
Which sister are you right now?
Genera.
Oh, Genera. For a moment there, I considered whether or not we actually needed Calum. And I'll continue to bed.
We do, don't we? From the
Thoom
top
starts
bunk.
to snore. Thoom starts to snore really loudly.
I will, can I cast? No, that wouldn't work. Never mind.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand over his mouth to muffle it a little bit.
I'm long resting, gosh dang it.
Yeah, everyone,
All right.
if you are going to bed, you can take a long rest. Does anybody have anything they want to do before bed?
I want to
Yes,
write letters in the 4 hours that I'm not trancing.
Cool. Do you want to keep those letters a secret for now?
For now.
Okay. How many letters have you written?
3.
30.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna say here that you would do that before you trance for the state of what is coming.
I would like to just imagine me playing around with some of my old warlock cantrips and things. Unable to do them. Just
I'd like to
play with
have
things.
I'd like to have Armira see you doing that and then easily cast the spells that you're working on.
Both of your characters should have Eldritch Blast, right?
Mine?
Yeah.
Neither of them do.
Really? I thought that was like
Callum
intrinsic
does.
to Warlock. Well, yeah, I know you.
I think you still have to choose to take it as a cantrip.
You do.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking thaumaturgy, almost like imagine me snapping to put a little the top of a lighter, the flame, on a finger.
Like that guy from X-Men.
Yes. Specifically.
I was thinking of the guy in Witcher 3, season 3.
Before we continue, Ryan, I need to ask you this question from my wife. Is this a good Pokemon card?
It's great. I love it.
Yes. It's fantastic. Where did you get it?
I don't know where she got it. It's Origin Forum Dialga V.
V's are my favorite. I like the black border.
Before I
That's a
go
weird
to-
question, Thoom, but
Before I go to bed, I'm gonna polish Moondance and have a conversation with Arya. Nothing in particular, just gonna talk to her.
Sure.
Damn,
Um,
girl. It's been so long, girl. I miss you, girl.
She's with me all the
Um,
time, and you don't miss her.
As you are
I don't miss you.
polishing Moondance, having found kin of yours again, older, you notice Moondance change.
In
It
what way?
resonates with you in a sense that you feel as if it is almost as if it's growing with you and understanding your growth, and there's a bit of a hum to it for just a moment before it fades. From henceforth, if you roll a 1 on a damage die after hitting, you may re-roll that die.
Sick.
That's sick.
Roll a.
is that like half of great weapon fighting? It's like good weapon fighting.
Decent weapon fighting is fine weapon fighting. Callum, as you go to trance, something that has not happened in quite some time happens, not to you ever in your memory, but in your trance, you know, things sort of fade away as you focus in on your being. And the door behind you to the barracks opens. You see yourself. But you've seen yourself a lot of times at this point.
Yeah.
He rushes through the door and shakes you by the shoulders. Says, Callum, listen to me. Listen to me. I don't have much time here. They're coming. Okay? I don't have much time. You need to protect Eowyn. That's all I can tell you. Things go bad. Do whatever it takes. And as he says this, you see behind him a large fire elemental reach its hand through the door, grab him around the waist, and just engulf him in flame. And he's gone.
I do like the questions and hand thing. Okay. I don't sleep the rest of the night.
Well, this does happen during your trance. It doesn't interrupt your trance.
I don't wake up from that.
Yeah. But yeah, as soon as that fades,
Okay.
it all goes back to just normal trance.
It's quieter than normal for the rest of it. Okay. You fucking.
With that said, we come to the morning. The morning of the 9th day. Now, as you all stir from your slumbers of assorted kinds, you hear loud banging outside, out in the courtyard, so to speak, the field.
I'm gonna start doing stretches, like just some fucking calisthenics next to my bed.
I would like to imagine Armera seeing this and frantically begin stretching as well, but Janera doesn't really know what to do, so she's just like gonna like do one of these things where like you turn back and forth and like do a couple of jumping jacks, just awkwardly not knowing what to do.
Performance check. Azrael's looking.
Oh, yeah. Go
On
for it.
Janera?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I haven't ever gotten a performance check on Janera. Suck my dick, Azrael.
Now
You look
what
funny.
I
look over.
Flawless.
I look over and it looks like maybe you don't know what you're doing, but it's fucking flawless. It's better than what I'm doing. I start mimicking Janera.
Just gonna like start running in place and then like
I start
Put my
running in
hand-
place.
do my jumping jacks while running in place, you know?
I start doing jumping jacks while running in place, whatever that is.
I'll breakdance a little bit.
I'm gonna go
trying-
outside while they're doing this.
I'm trying to keep up.
Then I'm like, whew, and I'll look around to see if anyone noticed.
Thum getting out of bed this morning, Foster. He'd want to feel around the scar
Sure.
and see if he could, just any sort of. I mean, I want to make some sort of a check. I'm just not sure what. If like I'd feel anything. See, I'd make an I guess I'd make an Arcana check.
What are
This-
you
this
trying to
film.
feel for?
Just I guess Thum would be like feeling if it was present, like if it was always
Sure.
like he's paranoid.
Yeah.
He's paranoid, and he's just like, what is this thing really? Like, what's
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and roll Arcana for me.
okay, cool.
I feel like this
Ugh.
can't possibly go well. You must have like a -1 on Arcana.
It's -1.
Listen,
-1.
man, I tried to open a chest and I got a nat 20. You needed a 20, I got a nat 20 last night. You can do this, Tim.
It is an 11.
Well,
With an 11, Thum doesn't know magic. He hates magic.
He hates magic. That's why he's kind of paranoid.
But with what little magic you know, you know there is magic present in this scar. That's about all you're able to discern.
Yep, there's something there.
It's not just physical or cosmetic, but there is more than that. There's magic to it.
This is magic, all right.
You know how like you guys like get something happens to your body and you're like checking it every day to see like if it's changed or like if it still hurts or whatever. That's kind of what I'm picturing Thum doing right now. It's just like, well, this is a thing now. I wonder if it will ever go away.
It certainly would still be painful. I mean, like it would probably be kind of like pussy and gross
Ooh.
at this point. 8 hours later, but it sure is there.
Can I give him a cure wounds? Or a mending to make it not be fucking
Mending
gross?
is not going to work in a person, but if you want to cure wounds, sure.
Can I give him a thunder wave?
I give you a cure wounds.
Do it in character. Do it in character. Do it in character.
I'm gonna walk
Wait,
over
he's-
after finishing my rigorous warm up and go, Thum, that looks terrible, and thank you for making a sacrifice that, quite frankly, I was afraid that I would have had to. And I'd like to put a hand on your chest because I can't reach your shoulder and cast cure wounds.
Thank you.
And
Good.
yeah, as you do so, you see this change from an open burn to being just scar. Unfortunately, was not able to completely remove it, but it is no longer actively hurting you.
Thank God.
Thank you, Janera. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, as you all stir awake, anything said in the morning before people go outside?
I just go outside.
Bill's feeling pretty cocky, so he's ready.
Gallon,
For whatever.
Like something to say.
I don't want to throw a wrench in the plan, but I want to play my character.
Do it.
Play your
Play your
character, absolutely.
You guys wake
Play
up in the
your
morning
character.
to a 2 ruby studded necklace and 2 letters on the bed, and Callum's gone.
I'd like to read the letters.
Same?
They are sealed, but you can.
Or do they say anything on the outside?
Yeah, they have one has my parents' name and one has my sister's name.
What the fuck?
I don't notice, and I have already left.
Thank you,
0
Normally
perception.
Black.
Zero,
Freaking black,
normal,
dude.
very perceptive black just doesn't care for some odd reason.
And this is why Thum has a problem with black.
Do we have a way to contact Callum? I will say to the group.
No.
Did he say anything to anyone?
He didn't.
No.
In the time we've known Callum, there's only been 2 people he's cared about. Two groups of people he's cared about, outside of the people here. There's the sorcerers in Soul City, and I'm gonna pick up the letters that have his family's name on them, be like, and his family. If he left these, I'm gonna guess that's not where he is.
I don't think that we have the option to skip out on this training.
If we're a person down, I think that makes it even much so that we have to go through this.
I agree.
Let him do his thing. I will say remorsefully.
Could. Sorry.
Did you have more to
Do-
say? Okay.
Do I detect any traces of magic on the letters? Or are they ink and paper?
There was at one point where I tried to do a funny invisible ink thing. I don't know if that's canon or not,
Jeez.
but yeah.
It wouldn't help regardless, I don't think. I'm all out. I'll picking up the ruby studded necklace, I'll just kind of jingle it in my hands once and I'll toss it over to Darian. Hold on to those.
You got it, boss.
I'd probably put the letter that I had in my hand back on Callum's bedroll or wherever he was sleeping and leave it for now.
Great. All right. Anything else before the outside comes?
Noom drinks a gallon of milk and chugs down a drumstick and gets out there on the field. Ready
Do you want that to be a real decision? Because that's gonna matter.
No,
A
please.
gallon of milk before training.
Sounds like a TikTok prank, dude. What the fuck?
Okay. Well, as you go outside, Black in the lead, you see what was not here yesterday is now a giant gauntlet constructed of wood. You see axes swinging back and forth over a spike pit. You see barbed wire over mud. You see all sorts of magical artifacts set up lining more of this like big wooden path, and it's all sort of elevated up on don't even know what you would call it, like an old wooden roller coaster kind of looks before you get up to the top. A bunch of those crossings, and on top of that, you see just a big sign that has been shoddily painted "Day 1."
I'd like to imagine as we're walking out seeing this, I'm kind of going through a checklist. Swinging axes. Okay, that's.
There's more than what I have described, but those are probably the things that stand out the most.
Sure. Seeing those, I'm like going down, like, all right, know that. And then I'll say, the sign's new, though.
I would like to look around for Othmir.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Mom stealth check nat 20.
DM Mom. Mom DM.
Mom, roll a stealth check. Nat 20.
My mom says hello and goodbye.
Oh my god, we didn't even
Almost guy.
notice.
I would
Disengage
like to,
action.
Oh,
yeah, I would like to
Who was
look
looking around for Othmir?
Me.
Janera.
Janera. You see him standing at the bottom of the ramp that leads up to the top of this walkway. Just standing against his cane. As he sees you all wake and says, My, you all do. Oh, that's the wrong voice. That's Elroy. Hold on. My, it seems you're all quite heavy sleepers. It's very good to see you awake, however.
Good to see you too.
I imagine so. Now, before we begin this magnificent test, we'll need to do a bit of a warm-up. Everyone outside, we're going to go through the dungeon out the other way, and I want to see 4 laps around the entire fort.
Let's go.
Now,
Can I take my armor off?
Do you ask that to him? Like, in
Yeah.
character? Yeah. He looks at you and says, "Well, you certainly can if you are a bitch."
I'm so mad I'm not here right now.
Can he hand Darian a Gatorade?
What flavor is it?
Someone's gonna be like,
Living life.
It's cucumber melon.
You see, Darian, if you want to train, if you want to be stronger, and you want to be wearing the heavy material that you are going to have on your body, don't you think?
I'm gonna give.
I'm not
give
gonna
Darian
respond.
I'm gonna give Darian a big pat on the back. Well, let's get to it.
I'm still
Alright.
stretching.
Oh, I hate you.
Onward, friends. And you see him toss his cane behind him and start jogging.
All right, Yoda.
See, that's better than Yoda, bro.
Don't fucking.
He starts moving. Now, for this, I would like everyone to roll me athletics or constitute. If you don't think you're good at athletics, you can roll me constitution instead.
I'm good at both of those things.
I'm ass at both of those things.
Yeah.
Oh my
Haha.
god. Holy shit, Genera is cracked at Constitution. Never mind. What the
Where's-
Armera is, I mean. Okay, here's Armera's
Why?
roll.
Why did?
Constitution saves or Constitution checks?
Oh, yeah, wait.
Those are
sorry.
very
It'll
different
be-
modifiers.
We're gonna make it a save.
Okay, well, Genera fucking passed. Or Armera certainly passed, that's for sure.
Are you not there, Callum?
Nope. But
Why
I
are you
probably
not-
have to also save.
Dirty 20.
Okay, so who rolled athletics?
I did.
I rolled athletics.
I rolled athletics.
What did you get on athletics, Stoom?
17.
I got a 14.
Oh my! I was so close to my camera.
And-
Remember this.
Oh, I definitely should have chosen athletics for Genera.
Dirty
Stoom
20
said
for
it was
Darian.
17 and dirty 20 on Darian.
Correct.
Okay. Black, please roll me constitution save.
Flex can throw up.
14.
Got it.
You
That's not bad.
die.
Now, who rolled constitution? We have
Both of us did.
Armera, Genera, Azrael did, and would have been Callum, I guess, and now Black. Okay. Genera
Yeah.
and Black. You are going to have disadvantage on athletics checks when it comes to the actual gauntlet. Unfortunately, due to the getting tired running. But after 4 long and grueling laps around this gigantic fort, you all come back to the front. Genera,
Well, I'll
I'm-
act it out. I'll act it out.
Oh, here he goes.
Just on the ground, like panting, like screaming down on the ground, just like, okay. What's next?
I imagine Black, you're a bit more composed than this, but also visibly tired.
Yeah. I'm composed, kind of sad, because
What about Armera?
I know I'm better than this.
Armera smashed the Constitution
Oh,
save.
did
fucking-
she? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, all right, what's next?
I imagine Omera would be yelling at Genera to like get up and to stop being.
Come on, Jenny. Come on. Oh, you fucking baby. Come on.
Fuck off.
He is a Gatorade.
I gotta tell my mom I'm okay real quick. I did that with my door open.
Can I get a quick sidebar with Othamir and ask him if I can bring my pet inside?
Yeah, you mean Olorog?
Yeah, it's
Eldrigo.
Oh, Eldrigo. As you're outside, I suppose he would notice this giant dragon being out here, and sort of staring up at it for a little while, and as you come back significantly behind him, as he's waiting for you all to come back around, he turns to you. This is yours, then. I take it at least one of yours.
Yep, sorry.
It's Asriel's.
I'd rather not draw attention to this spot, so take him in.
Did Olrog have to run with us?
No, Orog is always right off screen.
Can Olrog play Eye of the Tiger while running?
Yeah.
Canonically.
Anyway,
Louder.
so yeah, after you all have done this, he looks to you all and says, "Well, fantastic work, everybody. I'm glad you made it in one shape or another. Now then, it's time that we have a little bit of fun with my homemade gauntlet. Come in through the dungeon we go again." And he takes off jogging immediately through this rather long dungeon hallway.
Gennaro will crawl.
I'm gonna push through the pain and go.
Can Thum pick up Genera?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes. I'll
I'm just gonna
carry
be
you.
like a limp body, just like still attempting to catch my breath, but not working at all.
Carrying the team.
I got you, fam. I say in character.
As you all approach, I'm actually going to cut from here real quick. Callum, where have you gone? What are you up to?
I'm on the back of a horse going 34 miles an hour towards Soul City.
Fantastic. What is going through Callum's mind?
A lot. He is spending most of the journey comparing himself narratively with plot points to Anakin Skywalker. And how it all just seems to, and now I'm having dreams about the people I love dying, and he's like, oh God. And he hopes he didn't leave too ominous, and that everybody goes and gets trained properly. But he's just like replaying that dream over and over and over and over and over and over.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna let that continue. I appreciate the check-in. Back in the fort.
I set Genera's body down on the floor.
Othamir, having picked up his cane, walks over to Gennaro on the floor and whaps it in the shins. Stand up, girl. There's much more to be done. Don't get anything accomplished on the ground. Now, what we have before you is quite the obstacle course. You're going to start by crawling underneath barbed wire through the mud.
Gennaro will fall to the ground instantly upon hearing that we have to crawl.
I suppose after a good start, I'll leave you down there this time. Beyond that, you will climb this ramp. It goes 70 feet into the air at a very steep 70-degree angle. Once you've made it to the top of this, you must jump over the pit of spikes. After doing that, you must cross between 3 swinging axe blades. After doing such, you must then grab a rope, swing across to a trampoline. Having hit the trampoline, you need to land on this target, and he points out just beyond it. And if you miss this target, you shall do it again.
Oh, and I have
What in
disadvantage
the
on all
fuck?
of it.
What in the fuck does this have to do with surviving in the sun?
We could
We
level
are
up. We
making
could
you
level up.
stronger.
Jesus.
Oh,
This is
sorry.
day 1, my friend. Day 1 is strength. The strength of body.
Oh God. Oh
start-
no!
I'll
I
start
hear that and I
crawling.
just start to freak out in my mind a little bit. Oh fuck! I say that under my breath. I know what's coming.
I'll start army crawling.
Now then, I would like
Othamir starts
everyone,
like that.
assuming there's no other questions, so he would look around to everybody. Any questions? Young girl,
assume the
come back
old
here, please. I'd like to start.
I assume the old rules apply, right?
Enlighten me, class, would you?
No magic.
No magic. You do this the right
No
way, physically, with your
fucking
own bodies. I
Magic.
don't want to see clones, I don't want to see illusions. Am I understood?
This is my kind of game. Fuck y'all.
I'm glad I left.
Let's get
Okay,
it. Let's get it.
begin. As you all drop into the mud, for this one, I am going to need, we're going to do a dexterity style check. So we're going to call this,
Sleight of hand.
well, the only one that
Acrobatics.
makes any sense is acrobatics. So we're going to go with acrobatics.
So not
Holy.
strength or not athletics.
Nope, acrobatics.
So I'm not disadvantaged.
Oh, I nat one.
Athletics.
That's
Fuck,
not
dude.
good.
Wait,
Right.
did-
Holy
Right, you
fuck.
said it was only athletics I was disadvantaged on?
Yes. Yeah.
No. We
Me and
die.
Azrael are drowning in
22.
mud.
I got a 22.
God damn it. I have a-
No!
Hey, I got a 14. I got a 14.
God damn, I have a +6 on acrobatics.
Okay, so we have
Two nat
We have
ones.
two nat ones. Okay. Genera. Okay.
What Genera roll?
Yeah.
13.
Genera rolled better than
13
Armera.
did
I got a 13.
Armera roll. Okay.
12.
So, Black, very skillfully, despite his tiredness, avoids every barb. Totally fine.
Oh, this is just
Who
for the
rolled
barb.
underneath a 15 but did not get a nat one?
I got
both of I did.
I got a 14.
Okay. So you are all going to take 4d6 of damage.
4d6? Azrael's about to die to barbed wire.
I am going to
This is for the
roll
people
this. I'm
that.
just gonna. You're all gonna take the same damage.
This is for the people that didn't get a nat one.
that did not get a nat one.
So we got
Okay.
crit, and it's gonna be what, 8d6? That's my guess.
Oh,
Thank God.
You all take 13 points of damage.
Holy
13.
Yep. And for those of you who critically failed,
12d6.
Oh. Oh, this is
you all
worse.
take 19 points of damage.
What?
Oh,
That's
thank God.
nothing.
What?
That's nothing.
Oh,
How much did the
please.
first group take?
God.
That's a
13.
joke. That's
Guys,
a
we
joke.
still have to walk through literal swinging axes, so let's not say that that's nothing quite yet.
I've almost drowned like 3 times. I'm scared of nothing.
Now, as you all make it through the mud here, you get to this extraordinarily steep ramp that is basically a wall, 70 degrees up. You have very
It is.
little to hold on to. So in this, you can either give me athletics or acrobatics, please.
Well, going for acrobatics because I got disadvantage on that bitch.
21?
Oh,
21.
I got a 14 on Genera, or 19
Oh.
on Genera. Sorry.
22.
Oh my God, I got a 6 on Armera.
Okay. Azrael and Armera, the first time up this wall, you do see many people are able to like dig their hands into like with tiny cracks between planks and like drag themselves up it, or we see Black just like nimble-footedly like running up this wall essentially. Azrael, you are going to take another. Let's see. You got a 9. Okay. This is going to be the 4s because it's falling damage.
Does this apply to Armera as well?
What is she? roll?
A 6.
Oh, I thought that was it will apply to Armera as well.
You guys dead yet?
5 points of falling damage
We're
from the both of you.
We're certainly
And then
getting
if you would please try again.
Oh fuck! This makes it
Eight.
worse.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Armera!
I got a nat 1.
Oh no.
It was a nat. Oh fucking well. It's going
Janera's
to be
killing it.
4 points for Armera and only 5 points for Azrael.
Jeez. Christ.
Try again.
And try again.
Oh
good.
no!
Right, guys, I'll try athletics this time. Oh, holy fuck. Okay.
That is another 6 points to both of you. Let's see here. Film, what did you say you rolled again, by the
Oh,
way?
I got a 15.
Okay, yeah, solid. All right.
I got a 15 on our merit this time.
Oh fuck!
We all watch Azrael. He's never been an athlete.
He's never been an athlete, no.
He's a scholar,
Yeah,
and a magician, a charlatan.
yeah.
Having a hard time.
High class. You know.
You're gonna take another 5 points of damage. How you looking, by the way?
Almost dead.
As Janera,
Oh
I'd
my
like to, as Janera, I'd like to shout down to Othamir.
Shit.
You said we couldn't use magic. Could we? Is that just like to improve ourselves, or could I make sure that Azrael doesn't die?
No magic.
Sorry, Azrael.
Let's see. Only 2 points of damage for that one.
Not bad.
Not bad. Fuck off. You know what? Fuck it. Why not? +2 to acrobatics hasn't worked once. Let's go -1 athletics.
Nat 20. Wow, this is incredible.
Darian's gonna be suffering a level of exhaustion from laughing.
What is it this time?
What was 4? 4 points.
I'm crying.
What are you trying to do?
Get over
Climb
the
up.
wall!
Climb up a 70-foot wall.
How
at a
symbolic.
70-degree angle.
I mean, 15's a hard check.
Oh
It
fuck!
is a hard check. You're right. That's another 5.
Holy shit, dude.
He's gonna die.
He's enjoying
This
this.
is it. You got this. You got this.
Buster can't kill us with monsters, so he's
There we
using
go.
inanimate
Hey!
Yay!
obstacle course.
And a bruised and beaten Azrael finally makes his way up this wall to join you all.
Black
We have
eye.
like 3 more things, still, right? Oh, Jesus, I'll put a very ginger hand on his shoulder and say, I wish I
Just you
could
guys
do
wait until day fucking 3, okay?
Oh. Oh fuck!
Oh god, okay.
I want to hear nothing!
As you all make it up here, next you see swinging at. No, wait, the pit is next. For this one, this is going to be raw strength as it is a jump distance.
Oh,
Ah,
I have -1 on both. Okay,
Wait, raw strength is in like the one at the top?
great.
Wait, so check.
Whatever it gives you more. If the having athletics is a better thing, roll that. That's fine.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah, my
is this a
my strength check is
save?
+4, my athletics check is +12.
Oh my god.
Then athletics for sure. We can use athletics.
31.
Oh my
Gonna-
god.
I got a
Okay.
2 and a 3.
Oh my God's sake!
that's,
1, 2, 3.
that's my 3rd or 4th one.
And you, I'm gonna do
Oh, man.
athletics.
Look, I'm
at
just getting it out of the
disadvantage,
way.
Right?
Yes,
I'm-
Parker. Yes.
I'm just getting the rolls out of the way, okay? You know, gotta get all the bad luck out.
Mm-hmm.
Boom got a
Before
21.
you die.
Oh, a 15.
Holy shit,
Okay,
Parker.
who
what a
passed the
roll.
15 DC?
I
Okay.
doubled the 15
Me?
DC.
I did.
Everyone except for the
I did.
same fucking 3 people that failed the other one. So
Darian is dying laughing, dude. This is
And
so
Azrael's dying.
good. I'm literally standing at the end just doing this.
Azrael,
Yeah,
and
and
my-
our dwarves. This one actually.
it's gonna hurt.
What did we do?
3,
We jumped a chasm? Is that what we
4.
did?
You are going
Sure.
to take 12 points of piercing damage as you
Sure.
fall, and each in different spots get
Sure.
pierced
Jesus.
by a thin spike.
Surely Azrael is impaled on these spikes by this point.
I'm making death saves.
Holy
Ah.
fuck, dude.
As this begins, Othamir walks over to you, lifts your body from the spike, and sets you down. And he puts his hands on you, and you are healed to 1 hit point, but conscious.
Oh God.
That's fucked.
Well,
Okay.
there was only one shot of this one.
Oh!
Climb the other
Nat
side.
20! Nat 20 on Janera! Oh! Let's fucking go.
What did you say is Othamir?
He says, "There's not more trying this one. Just climb the other side of the pit."
What happened?
Two
Why are we
sides of the
laughing
same-
so hard?
Two sides of the same coin here.
Two
Nat
sides of the
1
same die.
on Armera.
Well, you all took the damage one time from this pit, but you're not going to have to do it again. As
Damn.
he says to all of you, basically, just climb up the grading on the other
Keep
side of
jumping
the
into
Oh.
spikes.
Oh fuck, that was funny.
Okay.
pit.
0 strength
Um,
check.
As you
Oh.
all get to the top, finally joining Azra looking extraordinarily beaten. Next, we have swinging axes.
What check is this one, oh mighty DM?
Don't get decapitated.
How will I lose HP on this one, oh DM?
This one is certainly dexterity.
Ah.
What kind of dexterity?
Acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
That's
Oh.
great. Alright.
Okay.
22!
Holy fuck, dude.
Oh fuck, that was. Oh fuck, 21.
Aha!
Okay,
I was more
uh,
dexterous than the rogue.
Sisters
It
pass.
landed on 1 and went to 13.
We
Can we
owe-
do it?
So I'm making death saves again.
Can we do
As-
dex
as-
saving throws or dex? Just dex.
Dex checks. Acrobatics checks specifically.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Hey, that's not bad. 15. Nice. Let's go.
Azrael gets in his torso, just impaled by one of these axes swinging on the short bit of
Oh
it.
god.
You see Othamir float up beside him, put a hand down on him, healed back to 1 HP. You're doing very poorly, my boy. Step it up.
Both sisters failed again.
Okay, so for the actual damage, we'll see here. Oof. Oh my god.
38 points of damage.
It's going to be 17 points of damage.
Okay.
Fortunately, these things are things you're not climbing anything, so you can just keep going.
After you are impaled, you may
More-
proceed.
More
You get a
acrobatics.
massive laceration, but you are able to continue forward.
We don't have to make another check.
Nope, you don't have to make another check.
Thank fucking god.
I can't even speak at this point. I've gone mute.
It's like practically undead.
You did want to be a necromancer, so.
Finally, you all get to the moment of truth. A rope in front of you.
Let's
For
get
this
it.
one, let me decide between.
If I fail this, I'm exiting the campaign.
Foster, do you want my opinion on what this should be to fuck me and Parker?
You and
It's-
Parker.
It should be athletics.
No.
I think swinging on a rope is the most acrobat thing you can do. So I'm gonna have to say it's acrobatics.
Is it a magic rope?
It is a rope.
Arcana?
It's a
No
you
magic.
wanna roll Arcana on the rope. You can do that.
Can I investigate the rope to know how to do it better?
Holy shit! I got a nat 1 on Armera.
You zero.
That 20, bitch.
Let's go.
Janera passed. Armera did.
I also
Oh.
got 20.
Mine was 28 though. Fuck you.
Zoom is in it for the long run.
But you know what?
So I'm imagining
We're both clapping.
just
Yeah.
just through thinking about what we've experienced. Are we like way up in the air right now?
That's
Are
what
we
I was
still close?
assuming.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
you're pretty high up there.
That's great.
Asriel, did you roll on this one yet?
No, I'm kind of contemplating life up here for a second.
Jump down. Probably a bitter.
I told you. I didn't know if it was worth freeing Kalum or not.
Feeling the heat of the sun beating down on you at the top of this thing.
Wondering if maybe it's all just worth staying up here a while. What was the check again? As Azrael comes to.
Acrobatics.
Doesn't matter, just fail it.
You can't get worse than a 0.
Well,
Facts.
Nat
Hey!
20!
let's go.
20s on the same check.
Okay, let me depict this, right?
Hold on. Wait, we're gonna do you last because we have
Ah.
nat 20s. Okay. Darian, what happens as you dismount? Well, explain your nat 20 to me.
Where are we landing? Are we landing on another platform?
You go off this rope, hit a trampoline, and then land on a target.
Oh fuck.
Perfect swan dive straight onto the trampoline, and then I like put like my hands out right before I get to the bottom, and I just land on my feet. I just pop up and land on my feet.
Fantastic. Bullseye in the center of
Bullseye.
the target.
Show
And then you
off.
step aside. Black, what happens with you?
I go and I swing, land on the trampoline. As I do a somersault in the air, and then I superhero land.
I love it.
And I also illustrate both of mine when we
Yes,
get to-
please.
Okay. Did Janera pass? She got an 18.
Yes, Shanair passed.
Okay, I'd like to imagine she's jumping holding onto the rope, and she lets go, and she's like, ah, and then jumps on the trampoline and raises her arms, and then Armera follows and is like, excuse me. And so she jumps and grabs the rope, but then starts sliding down and loses momentum till she is like just barely, like she's just about standing, like hanging still in the air. And then she kicks to gain momentum, lands face first on the trampoline, bounces, does a backflip, and then slams her face into the ground as she lands far, far away from the center, just face down on this target.
With all of those things done, Thum, actually first, with your 2. What happened with you?
Stuff. Just stuff.
Please explain in great detail.
No, that's okay.
You
Now
have to.
moving on to explain in great detail.
Okay, fine. Thum misses the trampoline entirely.
Oh fuck. Fuck.
In which case, I have to roll falling damage. I have to do
That's
that.
fair. That's fair. And that's-
Alright.
I like to think that he misjudged his weight going into this swing and then just like toppled.
I was imagining that Thum would just ignore the trampoline and aim directly for the target.
That's a good.
15 points of falling damage as you
15.
whiff this
Oh.
trampoline and smash into the ground. And lastly, Azrael, after all your trials and tribulations, you stand here in your glory, ready to dismount. What happens?
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, let's see.
I can't see my Discord through my
Oh,
drink.
first of all, I love this video.
Yep.
That
You just
That
like
happened.
fall over directly onto the target.
Yeah, I imagine like looking up from my daze, looking up at the sun, trying to figure out if it's even worth going on. And as I start to almost pass out, I fall forward face first into a trampoline accidentally do like a fucking backflip and just land on the target.
Amazing.
I will be near disappointed that I made it and survived.
Oathmere comes to see all of you. Looks at
Oh.
Armera, looks at Doom. I'm very disappointed. Now, those of you who passed, you'll find quite a meal ready for you in the dining hall. You'll find it on the east side of the fort. Have yourselves a great time. Go on now, shoo shoo. He turns to Armera and Thum. Time to get busy. We are going to cut from here, though, and have an implied second run through. If you guys want to give me a series of 3 acrobatic checks and 2 strength checks each, just to see what kind of damage happens here.
All right, Thum, you first.
Asriel pass?
Yeah,
You got a
I mean, he
nat
landed
20.
on the target.
He landed
made it
on the
through
target.
everything.
So landing on the target's the only thing that matters. It doesn't matter how many times it takes you to get over the wall.
You have to just get there.
I'm still there, by the way. I haven't
Let's
moved.
not move.
I have not moved.
Janera, I'll look to Oathmere and I'll go, can I cast magic now?
Save your energy. He places his hand on Azrael, and Azrael will be healed to full health here.
I haven't moved.
That's perfectly fine.
The pain is not what's defeating me.
3
Embarrassing.
acrobatic strength checks, Thum. 2 strength checks, but I mean,
That
you
was
gotta
two
make-
strength. That was 2 strength checks.
Well, athletics
Those-
is, yeah. Athletics and acrobatics is. the thing.
Okay.
Okay, so we got.
I rolled 5 die.
How do you have a... No, never mind. That makes sense. Nat 20 on one of your athletics checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acrobatics is not what Doom's about, man. Those rolls suck.
You know, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, let me just... The 7-foot tall guy should not be dexterous. that make
Okay,
sense?
we are going to roll some damage, and then in the end, both of you will have been successful on the second run, but I'm going to see what happens here.
While this is happening, I'd like to cast invisibility on myself so nobody can see me.
Let's see.
Doom's gonna land on you and you're gonna die again.
Man, that was intense.
While I'm
That
laying
was-
there,
Intense. Because
while
we're
I'm laying there, I'd like to people pinch themselves to see if they're awake.
Hmm.
I'd like to try casting animate dead on myself and see if it works.
It unfortunately fails. You
I'll
are
let
still here in this shitty mortal coil.
I'll let out a sigh.
Those of you who went through it again, Armera is going to take 33 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Zoom, you passed one of those. So 2 of those rolls don't count, which would have reversed to. It was take 11 points off 33, 22 damage. Those last 2 rolls were a 5 and a 6. So unfortunately, Armera got some real shit, but.
That's alright. She's living.
You all,
Can we go eat now? I'll ask as we.
Oathmere, looks up to you, or looks, yeah, I guess looks up to you, and says, "Very well, you've earned it. Get some food, and then we will turn in and be ready for tomorrow." And you do notice at this time the sun is basically setting. The day has passed. And as you go join your friends, you all sit and you find, you know that scene from the Scooby-Doo movie
Yes.
where they find a feast but it's actually fake in Monsters? Imagine if it wasn't fake in Monsters. That's what this is.
Nice.
Can I insight check this feast?
By all
After you
means.
said that, I'm
but you all have made it through the day looking rather worse for wear. What kind of conversation happens at the end of day one? Callum's still missing. Your body's beaten, not yet broken.
As Janera, I would like to, as she walks in, as Armera walks in, I'd like to raise a chicken leg and go, "Hey, sis."
Shut the fuck up, Janera, I swear to God.
I thought you were supposed to be better at this kind of thing. And I'll
I'm
take a
gonna
bite.
fucking strangle you when you sleep, you bitch.
Well, good thing we don't sleep in the same bed.
Has anybody seen Azrael?
Is
No?
Ezreal in here with us, or is he still invisible?
Do we see like a floating chicken wing like being eaten at the table?
That's a good question. Do they see anything at all?
Nope.
I think through different. Are you in the room though?
It'd be a lot fun. Yeah, I like the idea of a floating chicken wing. Let's go with that. Let's canonize that.
But just total silence from that.
Invisible. Yeah, no, you can't see me.
What else do we have in store for us?
A lot, apparently. Ezreal did say something about a day 3, so.
Azrael would know from his training that there is yet a day for the mind and yet a day for the soul.
Terrifying.
For who?
Right, so things are fine.
But Azrael is silent, so.
I have been defeated. My campaign ended tonight.
So
I
what do you all
imagine-
have to say? Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably eat.
I'm gonna turn to Thum and go, make me one of your teas.
One of my teas.
Bitch.
What's in it for me?
You might learn
Perhaps.
what my tea is. You might.
Thum immediately pulls out his supplies and starts to brew as fast as possible.
You hear Arya over your shoulder, Black. Can I give away the secret tea recipe? Are you sure about it?
I didn't hear a fucking thing. What? Say that again.
I'm gonna give away the secret tea recipe. Are you sure about that?
I'm giving him half.
Better keep that close to your chest.
Can do, will go, Charlie.
Who are you talking to?
My wife.
My
While this is going
I'm
on,
fucking autistic. Don't even-
Janera is absolutely just shit talking the fuck out of Armera this whole time. Like, not even participating in any other conversation than just to be passive aggressive towards her sister, who is supposed to be better at her physically.
Oh god. Armera is just not having it.
I'll give you the tea. I'll hand it over to you, Black.
I want to say, as this is happening, by the way, you see Armera casting calm emotions on herself. Fine. This is fine.
Janera has more health than Armera right now. So she's just like landed it first time. She looks better. Got to eat more than her. Just like laying into Armera. It's like one of the few times she gets to. So she is just taking full advantage of it.
We love to see it. Fantastic. Is there anything else people want to do in this day before, I should say, events transpire?
Thum is eagerly waiting Black's response to the tea.
Well, no, what'd you make me? You gotta give me something.
Just with the limited supply, that we have on our persons right now, just a herbal, a herbal tea. Nothing too crazy.
What kind
What
of herbs?
Yeah, what kind of herbs did you put
Herbs.
in here?
Any imaginary plant you can think of really inside this
Name
imaginary game.
You gotta name some, man.
Tea is real.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that shit.
So
I don't
true.
know if you noticed, but I'll give you some time to look up some tea recipes.
No, I'm looking
Uh,
up plants in D&D, okay?
Oh god.
It's just good berry tea.
Have you not been picking up potion ingredients for the past 2 weeks?
It's not a potion.
It will be nightshade.
That's poison.
That's poison. What the fuck?
Black dice.
Yeah,
The first thing you saw.
it was.
D&D, please.
I take a sip, spit it out immediately. I spit it out immediately.
Saving throw.
A what?
A Constitution saving throw.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, hold on. No. I wouldn't do that.
I feel like that's on par for Thum though. isn't it?
Committed.
Please, can we just do it? Cause
Do the saving throw.
okay, I'm gonna do it. Oh, a 9.
Oh,
Your mouth becomes totally, in just the moment it was in there and you spit it out, your tongue becomes totally numb for the next couple hours.
Works with me. I turn at Thum and I go, "What the fuck was that? Let me see what you just put in the thing. Right now."
I guess Stu will run away and not divulge his secrets.
I guess.
I imagine the
You're
Skeletor
already
run.
looking things up. You could have done a second more of research.
I guess.
I imagine the
so.
Skeletor run as he's running out of the room.
You guys made this canon for me, okay? So it's a thing.
We just used the words that you actually said.
It's true.
Oh my god.
Fantastic.
I love
Go to
it.
bed.
I love it.
But like angry just goes to bed.
Sound like Donald
yeah,
Duck.
you get your full 4 hours, and by the time you're done trancing, your tongue is back in action.
Great.
Nice.
We're gonna. Oh hell yeah! We're gonna cut from here. Callum, it has been a full day.
It has.
I assume you would have arrived to your destination.
I fucking hope so. Was I going the right direction?
That depends which direction we Soul City, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you pull up into Soul City probably halfway through the day. Well,
Nitro
did
horse
they
or
have a
normal
magic
horse?
I'm just gonna say, yeah, it took most of the day to
Yeah.
get here, so it's gonna be around the same time. You pull up in Soul City, and I imagine straight to the Cabali area.
Straight.
Fantastic. You run in. You know the way to Aowen's favorite spot. You don't find her in the library.
Is there anyone else in the library?
You see,
I found some cool.
Malone is in here.
Okay, in the second that it takes me to bust open the door and notice nobody's here, my attention goes to him, and in like a piercing voice, I'm like, "Where's anyone?"
She in her quarters.
Gone.
And you have not been to Aowen's room here before.
That is true.
She, when you knew her before, you were in your hometown, and even here, you've never been to her room. So as you bolt off, where do you go?
I turn back around and I go, "Where is that?" In the door again.
Oh, third hallway, 7th on the right.
Gone.
As you get to the door, what are you doing? What's the first immediate reaction? Who is it?
Callum.
Give me a minute. You hear some rustling on the inside. The drawers opening and shutting. And then she opens the door. wearing a sleeping gown that she seems to have hastily put on, as the tag or whatever is still like sticking out and it's a little bit wrinkled. But she says, "Callum, what are you doing here?
Are you
kinda late."
okay?
Yeah. Do you want to come in?
Yeah.
She kind of pulls you in and shuts the door. She just sits on the edge of her bed, and as you look around in this space, there's not she doesn't have a whole lot of things here. She's got a rather lavish bed. She does seem to enjoy her sleep, but she's got some an armoire with clothes that she keeps in it. A bit of jewelry that she seems to keep on top that seem more magic than cosmetic. And a few books that she seems to be keeping with her. There is a stool in the room, but other than that, it seems like her nest would likely be her home that she keeps most things. So it's very simple in here. But she sits on the edge of the bed and addresses you to sit next to her and says, "What's the worry?"
I don't sit, and I begin very intensely explaining the dream that I had. And I say, I saw me come rushing through the door of this place that we were staying in to learn how to get to the sun. And then fire elementals came and killed me, but I wasn't me. And I shook me, and I said that we were all in danger and that I needed to protect you. And then I died.
She stops and thinks for a moment. Well, so this is a vision, or was it real?
Callum's going to say it was real.
I recall Azrael telling us about a similar situation when he... I think we were being warned by different timelines. Of what? Protect me. I'm fine. I'm surrounded by sorcerers.
Yeah, that's good. For now, I guess. I don't know. I left before we were supposed to do training for the sun. I left them.
Well,
But I must have been fine, right? Because I told me if that was me. Oh, God.
Could you roll insight for me, please? Roll it with disadvantage, though, due to your current mental state.
Double 11s? That has to be something. That's...
With a 15, even in your panic, you see when you say, "I left them there when we were supposed to train to come here," her expression changes for just a bit. Almost breaking to a smile, but she understands the severity of the situation and doesn't really let her face show. She says, so you were killed by a fire elemental, so in relation to soul, I would assume, right?
I would assume, too. I've been carrying Fefriel's necklace with the 2 rubies on it since episode 3. I left them.
Well, is it... I should say people often find themselves in their fate after every attempt to avoid it. But you You think it's better that the elemental gems are not in your control than if you had them?
I look, I've never really felt like anything's been in my control. So maybe it's better that it's not.
Well, that's not true. I mean, yeah, you've got this wild magic stuff going on, and there's a lot of life to handle, but you are so much more than the student I had back in Thistleton. I mean, you've learned to control not only the magic that you have to some degree, but the circumstances of your life. I mean, you've taken life by the leads, and you are doing a great job.
I guess it gets easier to steer as all of the roads converge into one inevitable path of doom.
Oh, you've always been a pessimist, haven't you?
Mm,
I appreciate a tinge of reality. But Callum, you're on a path to save everything and everyone. I mean, there's infinite people that could be doing this, but it's not infinite people. It's you. And you are making the active decision to put yourself on the line for us. I don't care if it feels like there's no choices. That's a choice. She thinks for a second, kind of lets out a little chuckle for a second, like, well, elbows you and says, well, if you are that worried, get a stool right there. You can stay here and protect me all you want. My knight in shining armor.
the steaming smoke black armor that he's wearing is very contrasting, and he tries to make a joke, but he's too fucking flustered. I don't know. I feel silly for having left them now. It's just a dream. I'm stressed, right?
I think it was more than a dream, for certain. And you're sweet to care. So much. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried now too. I mean, something or someone is after me, and it seems I'm more important to things going well than I would have thought. It, couldn't hurt to have a bit of extra protection around.
Yeah, I don't know what any of it means.
She reaches over and kind of grabs your hand from the back, like her hand resting on yours. We don't have to know what any of it means. We're never gonna know what any of it means. I mean, if we spend all day on that, I mean, we will never experience it. You know? I don't need to know what it means, I just need to do it.
Yeah, that's fair. I've never known what anything means.
No, that's very true. You were a terrible academic student.
Hey,
Hey, I'm just saying. I mean, like you tried to get you to read books like how many times, and you never.
yeah.
We've come a long way from then. I mean, why don't you stay?
He takes out several books, and one's like got blank pages and it's more of a journal thing, but the other two are an old journal thing, my original spell book, and then this wild book of things, and like my ripped out pages and stuff. And I'll just read them, I guess.
As she lays in bed, she kind of pulls the covers up on her and says, "Well, going to. I can keep a candle on if you'd like, but I do prefer to sleep in the dark. But before then, maybe you could read to me."
Callum's a terrible reader.
That's all the better.
I'll start. I'll go back to the beginning of my original spellbook. That's just me writing about how cool Eowyn is and how I want to shoot fire too. Like that's what the beginning of it is. And I'll just start reading that, and then like Firebolt, do that one. That one's cool. And I'll start reading through that up until like, I don't know. I guess the most recent thing I would have put in there was when I learned invisibility from Malone being strapped to a chair.
Could you just roll me a. We're gonna do flat charisma, but roll it with advantage, please.
Ooh. Flat charisma advantage. A 5 and a 4. My jokes are terrible. I'm exhausted. I'm stumbling over, mumbling.
She hears that beginning part especially, and she laughs and she smiles, and your bumbling goofiness is something she's rather familiar with, and the smile doesn't go away, and you notice. Actually, roll me one last perception check.
Perception.
Or either perception or insight. I apologize, but
Roll
we'll keep it 22.
perception.
We'll keep 22.
You notice that her eyes change. The shape, the position. There's something about it. It's not. She's looking at you differently now. And we're gonna cut from there. So back at the fort. Othamir comes around to Black as your trance ends. He walks into the barracks to find you. And he calls out your name. Black, are you in here somewhere? It's bizarre.
Aye.
Grant, could you? And you see his eye twinkle again, and he looks about the room. God, I can't.
Can I in something check that?
Yeah, if you want to give me insight.
Insight check that. 21.
You can tell
What is your 20?
he had
tonight,
a
dude?
very sudden recognition to something in this room. He looks about, and his eyes linger on the bag of holding in the corner of the room.
Oh fuck.
What is that?
I turn and look and go. I think that's Janera's bag of holding.
Yes.
There's arcane signatures too. It can't be her.
Her as in.
Everyone, wake up now!
I'm up. Startled, and I'm up.
He turned and said to Azrael. Azrael, open that bag.
I wanted to have a talk. Sad face.
I'll open it.
As he peers inside, he reaches in, grabbing a hand, and pulls it out. He looks about the room in disgust and horror. He looks back to Azrael. My boy, this is vile. How could you? And that is where we're going to end this week's session. We will next time.
Very nice. Very nice. Foster, thank you for ending it there, because now I can play Baldur's Gate without feeling too irresponsible.
I'm surprised that you didn't tell him earlier about that, Azrael.
I'm surprised we still have it in the bag and haven't like laid his mom to rest.
Put a dead body in a chest somewhere.
I think the goal is to revive her somehow.
I mean,
but
you've been carrying this dead body for weeks. Like, there's gonna be like someone's gonna notice.
Well, they would only notice if they looked in the bag.
Right.
And I didn't expect them to have fucking X-ray vision into a bag of holding.
He's got twinkle powers.
So it would seem.
He's a My Little Pony, guys.
So we get to level up after every day of training, right?
Yeah, is that how that works?
Actually, yes, you are going to level
Whoa!
up today.
Wait,
Get
really?
fucked, Callum.
Oh, man.
Get fucked.
I'm
Get
just always
fucked,
trying to be a
Callum.
snarky little
Callum
jackass,
is
and
not
sometimes
going to
I'm
level
right.
up.
Oh, get fucked, Callum.
I can learn Revivify on this paladin level up.
Revivify, goddamn.
Revivify, what the fuck ever?
Holy shit. No way we actually leveled up.
Did
Every
we
day?
did we long rest? By the way,
Yes,
during
this
that
night would
sleep?
have been another long rest.
Okay.
Oh, also on this level up, I can change one of my cleric cantrips to guidance because I now realize how busted that is.
Oh, just looking at Ryan's face. Just.
Hello.
Hey man, you're building a relationship. All right, that can mean more than leveling up. You got yourself a lover in the night.
Don't even get me started.
Hey man, it's your own fault. He do be doing it to himself.
Doobie doobie doo.
When will you learn? When will you learn?
Hey,
Your actions have consequences.
Azrael is a multi-classing barbarian.
Callum is visiting Withers and is now full rage barbarian 24/7. GG boys.
Lots of consequences are coming to roost.
When will you learn? When will you learn that